In this episode of Anno 1800, we set up a brand new farming landscape using Crown Falls to help create some more space for our citizens in Cloverdale. We continue working on improving our docklands contracts as well as setting up the docklands in the New World. We put together some key trade routes to collect resources and exchange goods between our islands in a variety of regions. And we finally upgrade to our first engineer residence. Welcome back to Cloverdale, everybody. My name is VanBradley, and we are here with more Anno 1800, where today we're just going to keep cruising. It's one of those rare episodes so far where we're kind of in the middle of a bunch of different things, so we're just going to play some Anno and see where things take us. What on earth is VanBradley doing here? Like, is this guy dumb? Who is this? Why are you watching this VanBradley guy? He can't even put pastures down properly. Oh my god. One of the first things I noticed that I wanted to take care of right away is actually just using the last of our influence here until we increase our population again to procure, mayhaps, another island. This big island here, not sure if we're going to need it or not, but it's kind of just sitting open for the taking, and I want to do that. In the New World as well, we have two islands here. We're going to have to work on a second New World or a third New World island shortly, but we'll get there in due time. Our blimp is down here with some building materials. I'm really sad we can't build bricks on Manola, that we don't have a single... I don't think I've ever spawned a Manola without any clay pits. It's really, really frustrating. But that's all good. Thank you for dropping off some materials. You can head back to... Oh, not Crown Falls. That's not our main island. Come on, VanBradley. We are going to Cloverdale. You can head there to pick up some more building supplies and then head to Crown Falls with it. This is enough to upgrade our harbor, which I think I might want to do. I'm also interested in the docklands here. I believe having the docklands in the New World. I still don't have enough bricks. All right, let's upgrade the harbor. We'll bring some more bricks. I do want the docklands in the New World here. We're going to be able to get some rum really easily with the population we have. And I think rum would be a great docklands kind of thing for us to be trading early on. We're currently working on the tortilla chain, though, which is all good. It means we need some beef, so we'll come down here. Did we put beef down yet? I don't think we have. Yeah, no beef. No beef coming in hot here on Manila. That's okay. We'll beefcake it up just over here. That is fine. Again, a little ethical deforestation, but that's all good. Let's get... Oh, these are huge, hey? Wow. All right, well, we need two of these to get some tortillas going. Oh, this is ugly. This is so ugly. All right, let's not do that. There we go. I think that's okay. I mean, it's good enough for now. There we go. This feels fine. You know, it's not my favorite thing ever, but let's copy and paste this bad boy. We can get you right here. We'll just get a cheeky little road coming up here, and then you're both connected to this warehouse. It's 2 beef per 1 tortilla maker, which is good. So we need 2 beef, 2 corn, 1 tortilla maker. No stress. For corn, we are using our hacienda farms. Corn is one of the fertilities these hacienda farms allow us to use, so we'll do that. And there we go. Let's select corn from our... I like the little menu. I like the idea that you can just go to the farmers and be like, actually, this is what you're creating. So we're actually going to do 3 of these because corn is also going to be used in some New World silos, I believe, for some of the animals. So that's all good. So we'll do a little bit of extra corn, but that should be 1 tortilla maker in the bag, which means we should be making, way more than enough tortillas for our obreros. Speaking of which, that means it's a good time. We have tons of hornaleros, so we don't need to worry there. We can get some obrera quarters down next to our hacienda, which is exactly what we want to do. And then we just jump straight to them. We don't have to faff about with the hornalero nonsense. We're just jumping straight to the population we want. No, don't copy the hacienda, you dork. That should be good. Yeah, just copy the houses. Boom, look at that. I think I'm going to copy them until we have maxed out our tortilla with the 1 tortilla maker and then fill in the rest, I think is going to be the plan. There we go. We have some obreros down. Let's get some decorations in here. Nothing crazy. Even just, honestly, just some grass. Does that look better or worse than what we just did? Oh my god. It genuinely might look worse. So let's do something different. There we go. We get some palm trees going. We get some entrances. There we go. I feel like that's a lot better. Our folks need a place to pray, though, so that's all good. We'll get a church going right here. That's going to connect everything, so that's fine. We also need to get some fire stations going just to make sure no one, lights themselves on fire. That wouldn't be ideal. But now the Obrero population can be safe and secure on Manola. It means that we're going to have to come through and do a little bit of work here. We have enough bricks for a couple of silos, so that's good. We'll get the alpaca wool silos, and they do take corn instead of grain, so that's perfect. So get the alpaca wool silos, which means we can do 2 more poncho darners. While this is happening, I'm getting this trading post just down here, as we said we were going to do earlier. And now we only have 80, but we've really got to find a way to get this construction material going, because we need to build up quickly. Just take all of these to Manola, to be fair. We got some building up to do. All right, so the grain train has come in, which is awesome. So we can start getting rid of all this grain here. Now with this grain, we're making 12 here, or we need 12 here in Cloverdale, and we are making how much in Crown Falls? We're making 13, so that should be totally fine. It means we should be able to, let's just double check. This is kind of how this works, is you got to make sure you have that surplus in there. We have a surplus of 219, which is going to get us through. I'm going to give it one more run. I'm going to give it one more run to bring all the grain over here, and then we'll just delete all of these, which will feel really, really good. 2 more poncho diners are going down, which is awesome. Let's actually, one second here, let's move these over a little bit, just so they're not as in the way. We want to be real respectful of the surrounding area. That's perfect. And then eventually we're going to need to increase this warehouse size as well, because it's already struggling. We're going to need another warehouse regardless, so we'll do that. But we're worried about the warehouse situation early on here. I've forgotten that we put the plantains up here, but that's all good. We will kind of duplicate these and fill in the margins. That's great. I'm not going to lie, I like how this plantain area looks. It feels kind of really natural, kind of flowing across the river line here, so that's perfect. It just means we need to make 2 more fried plantain kitchens. I've already increased the oil, the fish oil as well, so that should be perfect. And indeed, everything is dandy. We can work on hot sauce next. I kind of want to bring hot sauce in with the Docklands, though. It's a lot of work to get the hot sauce. The atoll is quite fun. We need a lot of it, though. But atoll in our kind of Hacienda Obrero quarters might be worth it. Hot sauce gives us 4 Obreros and 5 coins. But atoll gives us 20 coins. And that's kind of why it's really worth making. The recipe is pretty simple, sugarcane and corn, so we should be able to make that really easily. I think we can just do that right now. Newspaper, renovations, fireproof town. We were talking about that, hell yeah. VanBradley's a good Samaritan. Look, folks, you're watching a real expert at work here. You're watching a real expert. We've also increased our influence again by, creating this many Obreros. The influence gains are not going to be that crazy moving forward, but I think now is a good time to settle another New World island. Genuinely something with clay. Oh, we have 6 clay on this island here. We can get the clay in Mua up to Manola and make bricks. Maybe that's what we should do. We should have our own brick production over here. 22 oil is pretty good. We haven't even discovered a ton either. Right, is there any fertilities we're missing here? Manola doesn't actually have a ton of fertilities. Orchid fertility is one we're missing. What about cocoa? Yeah, orchid and cocoa. Those are the 2 we're missing. All right, Jean, please don't hurt me. I'm a good dude. 18,000. That's affordable. That is affordable. We're taking that. The problem is the cocoa and orchid island is not exactly ideal. That's okay. We have the bricks here now. We have this boat that can kind of move. Let's take this clipper and keep exploring. Let's take this blimp and we'll just explore a little bit and see if we can find a 3rd island we like. While that's happening, though, atoll should be quite easy to do. Let's just get some more corn farms. That's no problem. Let's get some more sugarcane farms. That's also no problem. Warehouses be damned. That might be the next issue, but we'll get some more warehouses going to help with that. And then we get some atoll breweries. Let's go for that Hacienda brewery. That feels pretty good. I don't know how many we need. I think 3. That's kind of what we were going for here. Let's see if that's good. Not quite. We need 4? Oh my god. Yeah, 4 does the trick, and barely. We do have enough sugarcane. We're still short on corn, though, which isn't ideal, but that's okay. You know what? More corn on the other side. So we can improve these with a fertilizer silo. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't actually know how to get fertilizer in an unmodded game of Anno 1800, so I guess we're going fertilizerless for a little while, just as we kind of wait for that to happen. All is well, though. We're making enough stuff that atoll's going to come in and give us those Obreros, as well as 20 coins, which is way better value than the hot sauce. I mean, the other Cocoa and Orchid Island is absolutely dreadful as well, so it's rough out there. Maybe this is the island for us. 22 oil is really not that bad. I mean, this is an island worth having anyway. It's really far away, though, my god. Hopefully something else down here is appealing, but it looks like we're doing some island hopping all the way down here. See, this Cocoa Island's incredible. but no orchids. You know what? Let's take this cocoa island down here. It's nice, but there's also, is there more big cocoa islands nearby? This one's also nice. Only has 2 gold deposits though. This one has 4 gold deposits, 3 clay, some minerals. Yeah, no minerals here. No minerals here. We have some mineral. Maybe this is the island for us. I'm coming down here. I think just to have some of our own brick production, though, I actually am going to start getting some clay here and shipping it back to Manola. I just think this is worth it. We can only have 2 clay pits with the 200 inherited obreros. I still think that's worth it, though. Like, I just think being able to have our own brick production is really good, so I think that's fine. All right, there we are. In Mua, we have some clay coming in. I guess Storm Patrol can be assigned to that route. That's all good. So let's do that. Let's do a trade route here. We'll name it Clay for Bricks, because that is exactly what we're doing. You're going to start in Mua. You're going to end in Manolar. You are going to load up some clay. And then just in case we need to keep building up the island, anytime you do that, bring 1 wood back with you. We'll slowly just start building a little stockpile of wood over in Mua in case we want to build that up. For our group, there is no new world only, so I have to create a new group. Oh, organizing all this stuff is crazy. But this will be new world only. Done and done. New world only. Clay for bricks. All right, let's see this happen. Let's see this in action. Make sure it's working. I've got warehouses everywhere. I don't think I messed this up. I've been known to mess up a trade route before, but I think we're pretty good here. Yeah, 3. I mean, it's only 3 clay, but you know what? That's fine. That's okay. The next thing I want to do is start building some defenses here. I do want the docklands, so we'll do that as well. Let's build up the docklands. We can also start getting electricity here, which is absolutely crazy. We need artistas for the actual power plant. I'm going to invest in some police stations just because, you know these obreros, they're rebel rousers. Is that what they're called? Rabble rousers? Are they rousing rebels or rabbles? I don't know. All right, we're settling this island. 53 influence. That is all our influence. Conclusively, we are influenced out, but we have a good smattering of islands now. All right, docklands coming in hot. I do want to build that. Now, where do I want my docklands? I wouldn't have minded affecting the main harbor per se, but I think building it out here looks really nice. I suppose, too, kind of building it in so, like, when you come into the harbor, you are getting a full docklands experience is also quite nice. Yeah, I mean, let's build the docklands in the middle of this little choke point here. We're not going to trade anything with it quite yet, but we'll get this going, maybe with coffee or rum. In any case, one of the things I definitely want to do is to build some cannon towers. I'll just put them on the corners here. I think that's fair enough. I want our island to be, as well defended as we can possibly make it here. I want to make sure the AI can't come and just decide they want Manola. We now have 377 grain. That trade route must have come in again. How often is that trade route coming in? Every 14 minutes or so? So it's coming in pretty frequently. So 14 minutes at 12 per minute. So what are we talking about here? Less than 381. So friends, Romans, countrymen, we can officially, 89 farmers, we can officially delete all of these wheat farms. They're taking up so much space. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Look at how much extra room we have now. That's incredible how much space we saved there. Hell yeah, brother. I want to get some boats with some cannons next. I want some boats that can do a little damage. There's some quests that kind of require sending boats around and killing destruction quests and whatnot. So I want to get those underway. The next thing we need to do to get to our engineer population, or at least kind of fill out our artisans here, is the fur coat. So part of that happens in the old world and part of that happens in the new world. We need to find a place here to build some hunting cabins. Now, on your main island is really not ideal for this because they take up just a ton of space, and you need 2 of them for every fur coat dealer. Chateau Sarrasin seems like a good option. Mayence is not a good option. Pepperville, yeah, there's only one spot we can grab these. Chateau Sarrasin. Chateau Saracen actually seems like the kind of place you'd go hunting. So what we're going to do, this is where we get in more blimps would be nice. We only have the one blimp. We're going to take some, we can play this on double speed. We are going to take some construction material and we are going to head up in that general direction. Let's just fill it out. Let's get 200. We'll fill it up with 50 bricks. 20 steel maybe? And we're just going to get set up here and get some fur trading going. While that's happening, though, we can start getting some cotton production here. Where is this? I mean, you can settle it anyway, because my policy is that I'm letting people settle islands. I can take them later if we want to do that. So we need cotton here for bombins, and we need cotton in the old world for fur coats. So we're going to need tons of cotton. Rather unfortunately, cotton not one of the things we can use the hacienda for. Ooh, there's a quest, though. Love a quest. Sometimes the resident quests give you legendary items, and that's what I'm looking for here. Find exhausted hornaleros. I've tried to do this quest before and I can never find them because they say they're exhausted like working the fields, but they're never in the fields. The hornaleros who work at the cornfield are working so hard it's becoming a threat to their health. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm here at the cornfield, man. Oh, there we go. Oh, smokes. Oh, there's so many of them. It's because they're digging in the dirt road. They're not digging in the corn. Anyways, gunner. That's not a, that's a, it's a pretty bad item. I'm not going to lie to you. That's not what I wanted. That's not at all what we wanted. Okay, we have that clay coming in. So I think it's only 2 clays, right? Yeah. Oh, but 2 clays is 4 brick factories. So that's pretty incredible. I think for now, we'll just do 2 brick factories. I think that's fine. I want to save my obreros for the coffee production because that'll be in the docklands, and I think this amount of bricks is enough to keep us going because we're just going to be upgrading warehouses and roads and stuff. We don't need them to send to other islands, so that should be fine. Hell yeah, we have a ship that can do some damage now, which is awesome. Are there any destruction quests available for us? Ooh, a delivery quest for 12 grand. 24 weapons. I can do that. All right, we're just going to need a ton of cotton plantations, so I'm just going to start dotting them in kind of right here maybe, and we'll just see how we go with that. So cotton plantations also take up a ton of space. Oh my goodness. I guess we'll start with 4 just to get things rolling. I'm not going to worry about bombins. I'm going to do fur coats first and then bombins a little bit later. I'm going to hopefully, at some point, we're going to be making enough cashola. Probably at the point where with the artisans mostly taken care of and the obreros partially taken care of, we're at like a reasonable surplus here. Once we get to engineers, that surplus will improve. And once we have about 10 or 12,000 gold a minute, we'll be able to start buying some items. So that's fine. I guess we're doing this. Yeah, I guess we need these. So we'll do that. That's all good. We have some cotton farms happening now. Seems that means a cotton mill is on the way. What's crazy about cotton mill is only 10 hornaleros. These are not the 10 maintenance and 10 hornaleros. These cotton mills are really good value. Yeah, so it's 2 fur dealers. 2 fur dealers is going to last us a while, so that's fine for now. So let's head in here. Let's set a minimum stock of cotton. Let's say I have 20. So we're going to build up that cotton. While that cotton is building up, while we're waiting to trade it, I'll be able to come in and grab the hunting cabins. Our homie needs 24 tons of weapons, so we'll do that. That's all good. Now, where is that quest taking us? I kind of wanted a destruct quest because we have the boats for it now, but alas, that's okay. All right, so 2 fur dealers. What is that? 4 hunting cabins? I think that is. Yeah, these just take up so much room. Goddamn. Well, there we go. There's your 4 hunting cabins. So we have so many trade routes going already. It's another trade route here that's going to be taking this to Cloverdale, and then we'll have the cotton coming in as well. Oh my goodness. We've dropped enough stuff here, though, to at least improve the harbor. We can bring the rest of these materials back. I think we got what we wanted. I'm going to create another export office here because we still have some sewing machines we want to get rid of. So we have another export option. I want some depots. We just don't have a lot of construction materials coming in. I also want another pier. These piers are really nice. They give the docklands another spot, or boats another spot to load. So when we have all of these boats coming in from all these different islands, different trade routes, having 1, 2, 3 different places where the boats can stop and load, and make sure there's not a bottleneck happening here. Yeah, we've completely run out of steel already. My goodness. So we still have sewing machines we can get through here, and I do want to make sure we are selling off our sewing machines. That's all good. I mostly want to bring in coal and iron. But we need to get rid of 360 items. So let's do one big thing for weapons here. I think the weapons are fair enough. Let's hand in our quest. And there's our $12,000, which is good because we're losing money. I built some Dockland modules and those are expensive. We're able to run about 34 sewing machines out of here at the minute, so we'll try and get 24 weapons in exchange, which is good enough for now. There's nothing else I really want to bring in at the moment. This is just kind of a couple of one-time purchases. I don't want to set up anything I need to be, relied on. I want the wood because it takes up a lot of space. Then I want the coal, then I want the iron because we can make more sewing machines with that, etc., etc., etc. All of the farming stuff we can bring in from Crown Falls. So we need to wait for the steel to come in, but that's no worries. It's going to take 400 artisans for 2 fur dealers, but no stress because we have that available. So we'll chuck those in there. We'll get them going. And then we just got to set up the trade routes for the cotton and the, what's it called? The hunting cabin, the fur. The fur we get from the hunting cabins. A construction quest. What do you want me to make? Build 2 gazebo gardens for 20 grand. All right, no stress. No stress at all. There we go. I found the gazebo gardens. You know where it needs a gazebo garden? Right by the warehouses and right by the fire station. 2 places I would love a gazebo garden. 20 grand, eh? Wowza. Speaking of that success, clearing up some space here, I think this area could become a little park. Let's save this area here for a little park. Let's do a memorial statue, a fountain garden, a regular garden space, some benches, do an entrance on either side. All right, that looks a little uglier now. Get rid of these. There we go. Get some nice like cherry colored trees in there. Hell yeah, there's our little park, everybody. Thank you for not having to have the wheat farms. Hell yeah, brother. I'm going to start wanting to build some more stuff down here, too, because we're going to start needing it. Oh, my goodness. I want more piers, because coming into this one harbor to do all this trading is going to be a bit rough. So we need to send a trade ship down here for the cotton. No stress. We'll just send one from up here. We have a couple. These Abate ships are not for trading. They're for combat. We have some expeditions, too. The Land of the Lions will be coming up shortly. That's the second. There's 2 more playable areas. Oh, my goodness. I think we're going to have a use for some more trade boats, though. So let's get some more 4-masted bark Columbuses. The maintenance on these ones, I'd love 2 blimps to be moving around. Upkeep is 500 on the blimps, though, whereas on these ships, the upkeep is 175. And then I wouldn't mind, I'm going to do they have the expedition ships here? Yeah, but we need 20 glass for the expedition ships, because they're obviously good at sending on the expeditions. Okay, I'm going to send you down to Manola. Can you actually go with some cannons, though? Because I want to build those defenses in Manola. Yeah, perfect. You're going to take 40 weapons down to Manola, and that will be the cotton trade route boat. Now, there's a couple of options for getting the furs from Chateau Sarrasin. We could take this trade route here. Where's the old world? Only this pepper and beef one. And just say, go here, get the pepper and beef. Go here, get the furs. Bring it all here. And I think that makes the most sense, to be fair. All of this is pretty close together. So I think I'm going to add a stop in the middle. Go here, collect this. Go here, collect the furs. This just seems like the best way to do this for now. Maybe not forever, but for now. Oh, no, not there. Collect them in this third slot. And then unload them in Cloverdale. I think that makes sense as a triangle. I think that makes the most sense. I think that's okay. Peppers, beef, furs. It is what it is. That's what we're doing. Now, in these places, with the workers we have available, if there's any iron and coal we can grab, I do want to grab it. It takes bricks. There's a maintenance costs required, but I want to grab it because that'll be a good way for us to get more sewing machines. Or more just anything, really. More steel, more weapons. All right, so I'm going to get a warehouse here. I am going to get this iron deposit. That's going to that warehouse, and this coal deposit that's going here. Now, I don't know if that boat particularly has room, but I want to start getting iron and coal from here over to Cloverdale so we can build some more steelworks. Yeah, there's only 4 slots, so if you're getting the furs, you can't get both. That's okay, because I think we can do an iron and coal run, because there's iron and coal here as well. It's going to cost us some maintenance, for sure, but I think this will be worth it overall when we can, build enough sewing machines to run a Docklands out of. So we're looking for 2 iron and 2 coal. And hopefully the coal are close together. Hell yeah, brother. There we go. So now we can take a boat. This one, Pahian. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Pahian, you are going to do an iron and coal run. You're going to come to Pepperville. You're going to come to Chateau Sarrasin. You're going to come back here. In both of these places, you're just going to take all the iron and coal you can get. Old World only, iron and coal. We're just collecting what we can from what we have. I might add this island down there later. But this is, what is that, 3 or 4 more of like the middle steel works, which will give us some more sewing machines and some more, just steel beams, which I think is important. Now in Crown Falls, we can continue to build up our farming army here. This is so funny to me, just the sheer amount of farmers we're going to have here. We can really just have an unlimited amount of farmers here, and I'm trying to take advantage of that. So what we're going to do, eventually we want workers here. I don't know if we ever want artisans here. I don't know if we ever need artisans. I messed this all up. Anyways, I don't know if we'll ever need artisans here specifically, at least not for a very long time. But what we're going to do is we are going to build a docklands here that trades in schnapps. And then ideally, this island can just make a bunch of schnapps really easily with all the farmers and kind of bring in what it needs for workers, your sausages, whatever, from the docklands. It's so funny, just an infinite amount of farmers for like such little This is really dumb. I just want to put this out there that I know how dumb this is, but this is maybe my favorite way I've ever used Crown Falls. Like, why build a giant island when you can just build an infinite amount of farmers? Anyway, the boat is now here. Bricks, cannon, and wood, which means we can get some of our defenses going. Still at 0 influence on the defenses. Oh, we're short the bricks. Jesus Christ. It takes so many bricks, but anyone that comes in here is getting hit by a cannon tower now, which is good. If we go look at our military score, we're probably really low. We're not focusing on it at all. I can't even remember how to check that military score, to be honest, but that's okay. Hey! A reprieve from violence. A ceasefire has been agreed. We're all happy. Things are good. Won't be that way forever, but we'll take the wins for now. In any case, Mr. Independence, you are absolutely the cotton runner here, so we are going to get you... Oh, do I just want to run? No, I want to run the cotton on its own boat. We're going to be moving so much cotton and so much coffee that I think I want them on their own boats. It's inefficient early on to have a 1 boat per item when you have these routes. Sorry, when you have these routes like... Where is it? Old World to New. This schnapps and rum that has room on it. But we know we're going to add this rum here. Like, you're being a little bit inefficient now for, like, maximum ease of use later. Because I can just keep adding rum to this boat later instead of having to switch it up. So we have a surplus. We're doing okay. I think it's fine. I think we'll just create a trade route here with Independence. All right, we're picking up cotton in Manola, so this can be... Maybe cotton and coffee can be a good start. Anyways, doesn't matter. Old World to New World, that's where we're going here. New World to Old World, doesn't matter. And then we're going to Cloverdale. Oh, this island is going to be the pinnacle of our civilization. I'm excited. And we're dropping off that cotton so we can get some fur coats going. I like how it zooms out, turns around, zooms back in. Hell yeah, brother. Cool. All right, no quests happening over here. That's all good. But I can build another cannon tower now, which I definitely want to do, so we'll do that. I now have boats for destruction quests, though, and I want to do these quests. I want people to be collection quests. Okay, well, it's not really what I want to be doing, but that's okay. Maybe you can come over here. Oh, we're still selling soap, too. There's really no good items going on here either, which is a little unfortunate because I love a good item. Let's get some extra glass going and build an expedition ship. When you go on expeditions, you might get like the pirate hunt. You might get good items from those, and I'm pretty into that. Oh, she's settling more islands. What a prick. What a jerkus. So you can see how much extra coal and iron we have just from these islands picking it up, which means we have some extra workers. Not a ton, but we have some extra workers. We're currently maxed out on our steel here. Okay, we're going to use most of these workers right now, and I'm not sure how it's going to go for us, but I'm interested. Oh, we can upgrade these warehouses even farther, which is incredible. I absolutely will, because we'll need that extra ramp. Anyways, I'm going to build one more furnace here. Praise be the day where we don't have to do this anymore, and we can get items that make this a little bit easier, because it's so many workers. Now, with that extra furnace, we could either do sewing machines or steel. Or can we do both? This is once every 30 seconds. Sewing machines are every 30 seconds. So one furnace is just one more sewing machine production. I feel like we do need more steel production, though. Yeah, I feel like before more sewing machine production, we need more steel production. We just have too many things we're trying to build up on too many islands to not have good production. Worker offers me a delivery quest. No stress. Sausages and bread. Yeah, we already have those. And legendary item? Come on. Don't be skimpy now, my guy. Pastry chef. Maintenance cost on bakeries. Great, cool, awesome. Thanks, man. Hell yeah, love that. Anyway, we have that worker or that farmer surplus a little bit now, and so we can take some of these farmer houses and make them workers, which will be a little bit better. So that's good. Taking some of those extra farmers, made them into workers. Now, are our production needs any different? Hey, we're still well within our means for everything, which is incredible. So that's perfect. We still bring in Roman. Yeah, that's great. So we just upgraded those workers absolutely for free. That's more taxes coming in, but also means we could probably get another sewing machine factory and a furnace if we need to. Look at that run! Iron and coal. That's so much, hey? It's going to start throwing it in the ocean, then we're going to be responsible for a large environmental disaster. Yeah, give me a cannon tower here. Hell yeah. Uh-oh. Not on Crown Falls. Stop it. We need a fire station. Oh, I've neglected the people. Oh dear. It's okay. We have 1,100 surplus workers or farmers. Oh my god. While they're on fire, I'm going to bring them everything they need to build a docklands, but the docklands cost, I think, 50 steel, so we're going to have to wait a minute on that. Yeah, 50 steel, 30 windows. Oh, but you have 47 steel already here, baby. Okay. All right. Well, if that do be the case, then I do declare that I shall take 10 of those, some of these, and some weapons for Crown Falls. And we're going to head there and set up a Schnapps Docklands, a Schnapslands. We have the furs coming in. Do we have the cotton? And we have the cotton here. The furs and the cotton fabric, one after the other, equals 2 big fur dealers. Friends, we are about to get just a ton of money, some more artisans. That should unlock the university, which should get us to engineers, which would be incredible. Yeah, only 860 on the balance now. So now we're back in balance increasing mode where we're just trying to build more and more houses to fill in that production. All right, this boat has the flotsam. So where did you want me to bring it? Just over here, no problem. Is there like a fun quest? I want to destroy some shit. Like, what are we doing here? A collection quest again? I mean, it's worth it for 7,000. It's just not what I want to be doing with my boats that kill things. Yeah, there we go. Big increase to the balance, increase to the population. Those fur coats are coming in. We're pushing ever closer to the university. I mean, I'm just going to cry the next time I have to make some canneries, but such is life. Have we stalled at 14? I really wanted to get to... Oh, I really wanted to get to 1,500 with just these houses. Oh, we had it in our quest. That's a little bit of money. 7 grand. We'll take that. You know what? The fire only destroyed 2 houses. For a fire department that flew out of nothing and just kind of, spawned from the clouds into existence, that was not so bad. All right, so we're going to get a docklands going here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, here's fine. We don't have the windows. I forgot to bring the windows. I forgot to bring the windows from Cloverdale. I am a fool. I am an idiot. I am the biggest dummy that ever existed. Alas, we are blocked. 16 artisans. We need one more artisan house. Boom, there you go. One more artisan house. We have now unlocked the university, which will give us even more artisans, but crucially, will allow us to move into the engineer population. This is going to cost 15,000. Now, where do we want this university? I kind of want this university... I want it somewhere, like, centrally located, I think. Uh-oh. My ship is under attack. From where? Who are we at war with? Oh, the ceasefire ran out with Anne Harlow. Now that we're starting to build boats that can destroy things, I will come and sink some of Anne Harlow's boats. She might have some good items. But I feel like for now it's okay. Hey, it's fine. It's fine. We stopped. All right. I know, the ship's under attack. But we stopped it now. It's okay. I want the university to be in like a little park area here. And this isn't overly well connected. Yeah, I like the university being near... I'm going to move these workers up. I know they're not going to like that very much, but c'est la vie. And then I think I'll cut this off here. I think I'll add this dirt road here, and this can be our university. Now, with that university, we're going to have to... Yeah, back to double speed. Yeah, I feel like this feels okay. This feels like a good spot for a university. This is good. We can add some trees in the surrounding area. That feels okay. I like how my go-to is just trees everywhere. But that university is going to reach, fairly far. It's going to get the needs for these artisans back up to 500, which is healthy. And then with the 12 bricks, we'll just upgrade some roads here. We should have upgraded them maybe around the university, but that allows us to upgrade these into artisans later and feel pretty good about it. All right, these windows heading to Crown Falls, so we can build the docklands there for schnapps. And we can now finally upgrade one of our artisan houses to engineers. Oh my goodness, we made it. Engineers are where this game really starts to pop off. We have hit the age of science and wonder. Electricity, railroad tracks, oh my goodness, concrete. It's all popping off. But that'll be it, friends. We are coming in. Let's go in here. Now, moving to engineers early might have been silly, because once you move to engineers, the AI can also move to engineers, but if you never build an engineer, the AI will never build an engineer. But look at that engineer residence. I mean, the artisan ones look pretty great. But there's our first engineer house, everybody. Well, I appreciate you watching this Anno 1800 Let's Play. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a great time playing this. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We will see you in the next one.